Hello and welcome to this Wednesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A jury in Arizona must now decide the fate of a Wenatchee man accused of fatally beating his tenant in a vacation home outside Phoenix. Chelan County is mulling over the idea to create a mandatory aquatic invasive species boat inspection program for Lake Chelan. Expect breezy and dry weather conditions tomorrow with nothing but sunshine as we head into the first weekend of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Your local weather forecast is coming up. The Wenatchee Valley Fire Department is set to name a new fire chief next week. The department's Board of Commissioners will interview 3 candidates at the Residence Inn on Monday and select the new fire chief at a special board meeting on Tuesday. The selection follows a December retirement announcement from the current chief, Brian Brett, who's held the office since 2017. Deputy Chief Andy Davidson is one of the candidates in the running for the position alongside Christian Maurer from the Clark County Fire District 6 and John Perry from the Idaho Falls Fire Department. A jury in Arizona must now decide the fate of a Wenatchee man accused of fatally beating his tenant in a vacation home outside Phoenix. George W. Crater has been on trial for 3 weeks in the 2024 death of Thomas Galatola, who died from a brain hemorrhage. Galatola allegedly told Maricopa County investigators that Crater attacked him and tied him up in the Sun City residence, kicking him, beating him, and threatening him with death over unpaid rent. But in final arguments Tuesday, before jurors took up the case, Crater's defense lawyer, Adam Feldman, suggests Galatola's health problems could have caused him to fall and be fatally hurt any time just before or within 24 hours after Crater came to the house.
I'm going to ask you a question, and if your answer to my question is I don't know, it's not guilty. So, did George, if you believe he assaulted Mr. Galatola, did he do so when he was restrained, or before he was restrained, or after? Do you know? Has the state proven this beyond a reasonable doubt? Is it reasonable that a 70-plus-year-old man who has a known history of falls, so much so that he had recently been in hospital, I think it was late April, early May of 2024, due to a fall. So he's 70 plus, known history of falls, taking a prescription drug that also causes drowsiness and loss of balance. Is it possible that that individual that I just described, who happens to be Mr. Galatola, fell and hit his head? At any time, well, maybe not any time, let's say the 25th, the 26th, or the 27th of October. Is that possible? Absolutely.
The comments about history of falls, the drugs, the loss of balance, again, there is zero evidence of this. The evidence is that the victim went to the hospital and told the physician assistant what happened. The defense counsel essentially is asking you to suspend your common sense, reason, and experience. What the instructions direct you to do. Ignore all of the other injuries and the victim's description of how he was injured to draw this completely other conclusion for which there is no evidence to support it.
Canine Reuben, the drug-detecting dog who died last fall after nearly 10 years with the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, has been honored along with his handler by the Washington State Narcotics Investigators Association. Reuben worked alongside handler Detective Mark Hegberg, but retired last September after suffering 2 bouts of cancer. This week, the state association gave Hegberg and Reuben its President's Award for Outstanding Community Service during its training conference in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Starting tomorrow, everything's coming up Blossom. This year's Washington State Apple Blossom Festival officially kicks off on Thursday, and the food fair opens at 11 a.m. The beer garden opens at 4 p.m., where those over 21 can purchase 10 tickets for $75. This year at Memorial Park, there are several new food options to choose from. Festival Administrator Darcy Christofferson brought us up to speed on new food vendors and new changes to the park's layout.
I'm super excited about our new vendors. We have Donner Plates, which is a different Donner sandwich company. So the Donner sandwich is back, but it's Donner Plates. So right here, this is kind of, I'm calling this my new corner. So we have pizza right here, Puget Sound Pizza, so we're very excited about that. Then to the left of him is an amazing blue trailer, and that is Mission Burgers. Local Mission Burgers is here. They're doing Mediterranean type food and also their burgers. Then right behind that, you'll see that red one. That is a new barbecue place that will be facing the stage. We moved the porta potties over across from the office, so now Douglas Street is going to be closed throughout the whole festival. So those of you that usually come in like you're going to the library and doing the little roundabout, can't do that anymore. All entrances will be at King Street. So that's the only way to get into the park is off of King Street.
When we come back, what better way for local utilities to celebrate Earth Day than hosting a clean energy expo at Pybus Public Market? A bill to build more hydroelectric dams, sponsored by U.S. Representative Dan Newhouse, is on its way to the president's desk. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. In the investment world, ROI stands for Return on Investment. Well, how does better health, better wealth, and better relationships sound for ROI? Join us every week right here on NCWLIFE and learn how to invest in the most important asset, you.
We're going to answer your questions and provide some weekly inspiration so you can create a life that you love. Join us on Live It Up.
Click RV Moses Lake Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you liked and build it, price it, and click it. Or come to the Moses Lake Superstore. From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes. The huge RV discount prices are here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee only at Click It RV Moses Lake or clickitrv.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
What better way for local utilities to celebrate Earth Day than hosting a Clean Energy Expo at Pybus Public Market? The free event today from the Chelan, Douglas, and Grant PUDs featured panels and roundtable discussions focusing on everything from hydropower to advanced energy technologies. Rachel Hansen, the spokesperson for Chelan County PUD, says community events are important as utility districts look at the next chapter of clean energy generation. She added that Washington and the broader Pacific Northwest are predicting an energy shortage by 2030 and need to look at what's next. A bill to build more hydroelectric dams, sponsored by U.S. Representative Dan Newhouse, is on its way to the president's desk. The Build More Hydro bill would extend federal deadlines to start construction on hydropower projects nationwide. The legislation passed the House with a vote of 394 to 14. Newhouse, who represents Washington's 4th District, said approximately 100 megawatts of hydropower has been put on hold, with an additional 36 megawatts in limbo by the end of the year due to congressional inaction. Newhouse said the legislation will allow for the construction of nearly 40 projects totaling over 2.5 gigawatts of baseload power. Chelan County is mulling over the idea to create a mandatory aquatic invasive species boat inspection program for Lake Chelan. The county currently has a voluntary inspection program which aims to prevent irreversible damage to the local ecosystem and had a 95% voluntary participation rate in 2025. Now the Lake Chelan Collaborative, a working group sponsored by Chelan County Natural Resources, is undertaking a feasibility study to make such a program mandatory. The county is holding a public discussion of the idea tomorrow and is inviting people to come learn about the watercraft inspection programs, invasive aquatic species, and how they could affect the lake. The 2-hour meeting begins at 6 p.m. in the upstairs meeting room at the Chelan Fire and Rescue Building on Wapato Way. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will give you a look at a day in the life of apple blossom queen Brielle Precht. Sunny and breezy weather is expected tomorrow as we kick off the 2026 Apple Blossom Festival, with beautiful weather expected for the Youth Parade on Saturday. I'll have your local weather details, and in sports, Cade Calvin will have baseball highlights, scores, and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure, on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, your place for fun, food, and friends. Happy hour every day, 2 to 7. Try their brand new menu and famous prime rib every Saturday night. Planning a celebration? Book your holiday party, wedding, or private event, even in their exclusive simulator rooms. Highlander Golf Course and Grill, where every day is a celebration. Visit today.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
The Apple Blossom Queen and her royal court are local celebrities, and sometimes that means getting followed around by the press. One lucky reporter got to shadow the 2026 Queen, Brielle Precht, as she went about her duties. In our feature story tonight, here's a look at what goes into just one day in the life of a queen.
Since 1985, the Wenatchee World has sent a reporter to shadow the Queen for a day. And now, I, Josie Meets, am bringing it to the NCWLIFE News channel. This is my day in the life of Queen Brielle Precht. We're starting off the day with a Sunrise Rotary meeting at Pybus Public Market.
Welcome, Rotary. How are you? Good morning, ladies. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for having us. We're so excited to be here. I'm Queen Brielle Precht. I go to Chelan High School, and I am attending Montana State University in the fall, where I'm super excited. I'm going to be studying nursing, and I've decided I'm going to minor in both social work and political science, so I'm really excited. I think my favorite thing just about being Queen so far has been being able to come to all of these events and just be in the community. I think it has been so amazing just seeing how much you guys care and how special Wenatchee is, and that's something I've really realized as Apple Blossom Queen. Living here, I've always known that Wenatchee was a special place, but it's really been amplified by just being in the community and seeing just the logistics and what people do every day and all of the meetings and the clubs. It is truly a special place in our community.
So here we are, it's almost noon. After we delivered the photos, we went to class, and then Brielle had a Zoom call, and then we grabbed some lunch at El Porton, and now we are here in Memorial Park, where the festival will take place, and we're gonna do a quick interview.
My favorite class at Eastmont High School is currently civics, but I'm also at WVC, where I'm in a sociology class, a psychology class, and a public speaking class, and that one's pretty easy. My friend group, I have a lot of I would say I'm friends with everybody. I have a lot of just friends, and I just kind of try to get to know everybody. A lot of my really close friends are from Wenatchee and Leavenworth. A lot of my best friends, they all go to Wenatchee High School. My brothers and I, we love to go fishing. I just took them a couple of days ago, and it's really fun just to be able to bond with them. We have a cabin on Lake Chelan, and so in the summers to be able to go and just hang out and go tubing or fishing or just spending time in the summer, spending time together has been really great, and it's a really great way to get us to bond. I've always, ever since I was a little girl, watched the Grand Parade and watched the Apple Blossom Princesses and all of the other princesses and queens that ride in all of the other floats from the other towns that are in our parade. I am definitely most excited for the Grand Parade. I think that is going to be, for me, my most exciting part. I think it's going to be so surreal to actually go in the parade route and to be a part of it after seeing it for so long as a little kid, and I'm really excited to see what all of the other towns' floats are going to look like that come here. And I'm also really excited to see the arts and crafts fair. I'm a really creative person, and so seeing what all of the vendors create and what they're selling, I think is going to be an amazing experience. And then the out-of-town festival that I am most excited for is the Penticton Festival. I'm really excited just to go to Canada. I've been before, but I love the area. And just to see how it is, and I've never been to Penticton, so to see their city I think is going to be awesome.
I didn't know they're showing up. Melanie, come out. We're going to get a picture with all of them. Come on.
I plan on going to Montana State in the fall. I'm going to study nursing and then minor in both social work and political science. And what I want to do with that is I want to have my nursing degree, and I want to probably do something with social work as well. Maybe it's like a mix of the two careers, but something involving social work. And then the political science is so that later in my life I really want to go into politics and make a difference that way. And so I think that would be a really great way to use that degree. Montana State, it has it. There's a 3-story rock climbing gym. There's fly fishing clubs. It's just awesome. And I feel like I'm with a lot of like-minded people that have the same ideas and goals that I do, and so I'm really excited to go there.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a good Wednesday. Boy, it was a wet start to this Wednesday, and a lot of the clouds, they did stick around this afternoon. Beautiful shot down at Lake Chelan from our Bear Mountain Tower camera up that way, and you can still see our camera moving around a little bit. Lots of wind today. 47-mile-an-hour wind gusts earlier this afternoon, and we had steady wind throughout the day between 20 and 30 miles miles an hour. And I'll tell you what, lots of rain. We're going to get to that in a second. Record-setting day, as a matter of fact, as far as rain goes. High temperature today, 63 degrees, just a tick below where we should be at 64. That's our normal. 82, a record high temperature. That was set back in 2012. We were at 50 this morning. That's our low. 42, our normal low for this time of year. And our record 30, and that was set in 2008. And here we go. Can you believe we almost picked up 3/4 of an inch of rain? It began at 1 a.m. and kind of tapered off between 9 and 9:30 this morning. That is a record for this day. No, that goes without saying. We're now at 2.88 inches for the year. 6/100ths is all now behind where we should be. Sunrise 5:59 this morning, and it sets tonight at straight up 8 o'clock. All right, taking a look at your Thursday temperatures. A lot like today, but a lot less clouds and no rain showers in our forecast, but it will be breezy once again tomorrow. 65s in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 64 for Quincy, 63s Wenatchee, Entiat, and Chelan, 62 in Leavenworth, and that goes for you folks in Cashmere as well. Your high 62 tomorrow, so about where we should be for this time of year. All right, taking a look at tonight, we expect partly cloudy skies out there, still under the effects of a northwesterly flow into the Pacific Northwest thanks to that area of high pressure in the Pacific. It will continue to be breezy. Wind advisory will stay in place until 11 o'clock tonight. Low temperatures in the mid-40s, and then as the Apple Blossom Festival begins tomorrow, really not too bad. Just a little bit breezy, nothing like today. We'll see sunny skies, high temperatures, low to mid-60s. So if you're heading to Memorial Park, should be a beautiful day to do that tomorrow afternoon, but not as nice as Friday. Sunny skies, look at that all across Washington State for Friday. Highs a little bit cooler than Thursday, but still pretty nice, into the low 60s on Friday. And then as we get you Saturday, the Kai's Fiber Youth Parade, which you can see right here on the NCWLIFE channel at 11 o'clock. Sunny and seasonal, high temperatures in the low 60s. A beautiful day for a parade on Saturday. And then as we end up our first Apple Blossom weekend, we'll see high clouds on Sunday, ridge of high pressure over the Pacific Northwest. That will allow us to warm into the mid-60s on Sunday. And I'll tell you what, folks, weather getting better after that. For Monday, sunny skies once again, and that goes pretty much up and down the West Coast on Monday. We'll see high temperatures warming up into the upper 60s on Monday, and we're going to top off on temperatures on Tuesday as we expect another sun-soaked day around north central Washington. Mostly sunny skies, maybe some of those high clouds around at times. Really not bad day on Tuesday. In fact, we're going to warm up. High temperatures Tuesday afternoon into the low 70s. All right, time now for your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. 45 degrees overnight tonight, sunny and breezy tomorrow, and 63 for Friday. An okay day, sunny and fair, and 61. And then for the Kai's Fiber Youth Parade on Saturday, boy, just a beautiful day for a parade, sunny and nice with highs around 62. And then as we end the weekend on Sunday, just some high clouds out there in 64 before the real warm-up begins on Monday and into Tuesday. Mostly sunny to sunny skies, 68 Monday and 72 your high temperature on Tuesday. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Cade Calvin and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Welcome back in, sports fans. Cade Galvin here. We start on the diamond with local action, plus national news and scores from around the area.
The Wenatchee Panthers hosted the Eisenhower Cadets in a Tuesday night varsity softball doubleheader.
Game 1 had plenty of late game drama. Ike led 5-2 entering the final inning, but a rally by Wenatchee helped them seal the 6-5 win. The Cadets jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead in Game 2, but the Panthers stayed hot at the plate, putting 6 runners across to take a commanding lead. Multiple Panthers impressed in this one, including shortstop Lily Smith, who blasted a home run to center field. Smith finished Game 2 going 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Ike showed a lot of fight, scoring 3 runs in both the 4th and 6th innings to tie things up at 8-all. But Wenatchee responded in a big way. Inigas adds to the scoring with a homer of her own as part of a 9-run bottom of the 7th. Ike scores 4 more but is unable to come back, and Wenatchee wins at 17-12 for the sweep. All right, let's check on some scores now. Sticking with softball, the Waterville-Mansfield Shockers take care of business against Manson. 12-1 is your final there. The Brewster Bears maul Liberty Bell 19-4, and Lake Roosevelt dominates Okanagan 24-4. Now over to varsity baseball. The Shockers sweep the Tigers 14-2 and 15-1 are those finals. The Moses Lake Mavericks get a solid win over Davis. They win at 9-3, and the Eastmont Wildcats put one on Sunnyside. That's a 17-zip dub. My goodness gracious. And checking on varsity soccer real quick, Tenasket has no problem with Bridgeport. They get it done 7-0. Omak beats Manson 2-0, and Eastmont keeps it rolling against Sunnyside for their 4th win in a row. 7-2 is your final in that one. And in the NBA playoffs, Scoot Henderson scored 31 points as the Portland Trailblazers rallied past the San Antonio Spurs 106-103, evening their series at 1 game apiece. But the big story, a scary moment for Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs star left in the second quarter after a hard fall, later diagnosed with a concussion. His status for the rest of the series is now up in the air. San Antonio still built a 14-point lead in the 4th, but Portland closed on an 11-2 run, holding the Spurs without a field goal in the final 3.5 minutes. A late alley-oop from Robert Williams III sealed the comeback win. Game 3 is set for Friday night in Portland. And in the National Football League, the Dallas Cowboys are moving forward with George Pickens on the franchise tag with no plans for a long-term deal. Team executive Stephen Jones says the organization will not negotiate a contract extension this season. Pickens has yet to sign the 1-year deal worth more than $27 million. The 25-year-old is coming off a career year with over 1,400 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. Jones says the decision comes down to business, including the cost of paying multiple top receivers. All right, that's a look at sports. Reporting from Wenatchee, Kate Calvin, NCWLIFE.
And that will do it for the NCWLIFE Evening News for this Wednesday. Remember, if you see news happening, let us know. Email your news tips to news@ncwlife.com or just give us a call at 888-6295. Our channel is also available on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us tonight, and have a great night.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Community is more than just a place. It's the people, stories, and connections we share. At the Wenatchee World, we're your neighbors, your storytellers, and your trusted voice. From uncovering the issues that matter most to celebrating the moments that bring us together. We deliver the stories that keep the community moving forward. The Wenatchee World, your community voice, here every day.